God says, "Listen, my child. Pause for a moment and breathe. I am not asking for much from you. I am asking for your attention, for your willingness to stop, for your openness to hear what I am about to say. If you are reading these words, it is not random. You did not arrive here by accident. I am speaking to you intentionally, personally, and urgently. There is something happening beyond what your eyes can see. There is movement in the unseen realm, and it concerns you more deeply than you realize. This moment matters more than you think. My child, I need only a short moment of your time, but what I am about to say carries weight. There are conversations happening in heaven right now that involve your name. Angels assigned to you have been watching closely, guarding you, surrounding you, and intervening in ways you may never fully understand. But now they are speaking with urgency. Not out of fear, not because hope is lost, but because something important is unfolding, something that touches your body, your strength, your breath, your life. I could not remain silent. Love will not allow me to remain silent. You have felt it. You may not have known how to describe it, but you have felt a shift, a heaviness that comes and goes, a tiredness that rest does not seem to fix. Moments where your chest feels tight, your thoughts race, or your body feels off in ways you cannot fully explain. You may have told yourself it is stress, or age, or simply life catching up to you. You may have tried to push through it, to ignore it, to stay strong. But what you are feeling is not meaningless. It is not random. It is not imaginary. Before things manifest in the physical, they often begin in the spiritual. Before pain takes shape in the body, pressure forms in the unseen. Before sickness finds a foothold, fear and exhaustion attempt to weaken the spirit. Heaven sees what is forming long before it touches the earth, and I see it all. Nothing about you is hidden from me, not the symptoms you mention, not the ones you hide, not the ones you have grown used to carrying in silence. Hear me clearly now. You are not weak. You are not failing. You are not being punished. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are under watch. You are under protection. You are under my care. The shaking you feel is not because I have left you, but because something has been trying to get too close. The enemy does not target what has no value. He does not fight what holds no purpose. The intensity you have felt is not proof of your weakness, it is evidence of your worth. I know you've been holding on quietly. I know you have smiled when you wanted to rest. I know you have shown up for others while ignoring your own pain. I know about the nights you lay awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body feels the way it does. I know about the moments when your heart races for no clear reason, when your breath feels shallow, when anxiety creeps in without invitation. I know about the silent questions you have been afraid to ask out loud. I know about the tears you wiped away before anyone noticed. The angels who came before me did not come asking for your success or your comfort. They came asking for your protection. They came because they see what is attempting to form ahead of you. They came because they recognize the value of your life, the importance of your breath, the significance of your future. Heaven is not indifferent to your condition. Heaven is alert. Heaven is engaged. Heaven is responding. I am not speaking to scare you. I am speaking to awaken you. This is not your end. This is not your downfall. This is not your collapse. This is your call. A call to come closer, a call to surrender more deeply, a call to stop carrying what was never meant to be carried alone. I have already begun preparing what is needed to reverse what was meant to harm you, but I need your attention. I need your agreement. I need your willingness to listen. You have been strong for so long that you forgot you were never meant to do this on your own. You learned to function under pressure. You learned to normalize fatigue. You learned to live with tension, with stress, with discomfort, and you told yourself it was just part of life. But I did not create you to merely survive. I created you to live in wholeness, to walk in peace, to breathe freely, to rest deeply. Your body is not an accident. Every cell, every system, every breath was designed with intention. I formed you carefully. I breathed life into you personally. Your body carries my breath. That means it does not belong to fear. It does not belong to sickness. It does not belong to despair. It belongs to me, and I do not abandon what I create. The enemy has tried to wear you down slowly, subtly, patiently, not all at once, but little by little. A bit of fatigue here, a bit of worry there, a lingering ache, a restless night, a quiet fear planted in the back of your mind. His goal was not just your body, but your focus. If he could get you to fear what is happening inside you, he could pull your eyes away from me. But his plans are being interrupted. His access is being blocked. His lies are being exposed. What you are facing is not simply physical. It is not just emotional. It is spiritual. And that is why it has felt confusing. That is why solutions have not fully resolved it. That is why relief has felt temporary. This healing must begin deeper than the surface. It must begin at the root, and that is exactly where I am working. I am not only interested in silencing symptoms, I am healing sources. I am addressing the stress that settled into your nervous system. I am touching the trauma you never processed. I am lifting the weight of responsibilities you carried for too long. I am quieting the fear that learned to live in your body. I am restoring balance where imbalance became normal. I am going deeper than you expected because I love you too much to leave anything untouched. You do not have to understand everything for this to work. You do not need all the answers. You do not need to see the full picture. You only need to trust that I am present, that I am capable, that I am involved. What I am doing now may be quiet, but it is real. What I am restoring may take time, but it is thorough. Healing does not always arrive in a moment. Sometimes it unfolds in layers, breath by breath, step by step. You prayed before and felt disappointed when nothing seemed to change. You wondered if you were doing something wrong. You questioned whether I heard you. Hear me now. That was not rejection. That was not indifference. That was not because you were unworthy. It was alignment. It was preparation. It was timing. I was working in ways you could not see, setting things in place, strengthening your foundation, preparing you for what is happening now. Fear has been trying to speak louder than truth, but fear does not come from me. I did not give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. The anxious thoughts that spiral at night, the what-ifs that creep into quiet moments, the dread that shows up without explanation, those are not my voice. My voice brings peace. My presence brings calm. My truth brings clarity. I know what the doctor said. I know what the test results showed. I know what symptoms you have been hiding, but I also know what I spoke over you before you were born. I called you whole. I called you mine. I called you purposeful. And no diagnosis, no report, no label has more authority than my word. Heaven's report is final. My word does not return empty. You do not have to be strong right now. You do not have to hold everything together. You do not have to pretend you're okay. You can rest. You can exhale. You can let me carry what has been weighing you down. I am not asking you to fight harder. I am asking you to trust deeper. I am not asking you to fix yourself. I am asking you to surrender yourself. Lay down the fear you have been carrying. Lay down the questions you cannot answer. Lay down the pressure to figure it all out. Lay down the responsibility you assumed was yours alone. You were never meant to live in constant tension. You were never meant to exist in a state of quiet panic. You were meant to walk with me, to rest in me, to draw strength from me. I am restoring your rest, not just physical rest, but deep rest, the kind that calms your nervous system, the kind that steadies your heart, the kind that brings peace to your thoughts, the kind that allows your body to repair and renew. You have been running on empty for too long. I am refilling you now. You may not notice it immediately.